Hey, happy Sunday night. Welcome to our team call. I'm excited. I have me and baby Lily here. So she just ate and I'm hoping she stays fed. So I just wanted to do some announcements first, just so that we're all kind of on the same page. Sorry, I don't know why I have something in my throat. I have water right here, but for some reason my throat. So for those of you who don't know, when you are a Diamond coach, you get what's called a Diamond Insider email. You get this email that is sent to you before April starts or whatever month starts, maybe like a day or two. And so I got this email and I wanted to share important dates of April and things that are happening. So all month long, there's $20 off of the Ultimate Portion Fix Challenge Pack and off of the kit. All month, if you achieve Success Club 5, you earn your Success Club January to December reward. So the FAQ for that is 2028. And what that means is they're doing different rewards for how you help people. So if you want to know more about how it works, you can go to the FAQ, which again is 2028. But basically it's 1, 3, 6, 9, 12. So there's just different ones. And this next one is the Beachbody Opoly 2019 edition. So if you have helped people for the last 3 months, you will get that. But again, go there because you'll see kind of what the prizes are and what you earn. Also, all month, earn an invitation to the Success Club tailgate party at Coach Summit. This was something that was new to me in hearing about. So what this is if you qualify for Success Club 10 during the months of April and May, you will earn an invite to the Success Club tailgate party at Coach Summit for you and a guest. So you get to bring someone with you, which is super fun. I earned the party last year, and I brought Gabby with me, and so we had a lot of fun doing that. And we ended up leaving with a stack full of cupcakes, and it was a fun time. And just dance tonight. And then also something else that they're doing is an invitation to a Diamond Leadership Party. And this is, hold on, I have it open, the FAQ. The FAQ for this is 1593, and this is be one of the top 500 leadership point earners in April and May 2019 combined, and be a paid diamond rank or higher at least one bonus week that ends in April or May 2019. And then you will get an invite to the Diamond Leadership Party, which is also for you and a guest at Summit. Get free shipping on any apparel purchase in April 1st. So tomorrow, the 21-Day Fix real-time workouts start. Also tomorrow, Transform 20 is going to be added to the BOD membership. So all of your customers and everyone will now have access to Transform 20, which is super exciting. So let your customers know that they're going to be able to now do Transform 20. Last Summit sale ticket is $175 for the ticket price, and that's happening April 1st through 7th. April 7th, the Ultimate Portion Fix Master Coach Training Group ends. The 12th through 14th is a super weekend. I'd love to know where you are going. I will be in Seattle with this one, and I'm actually going to be going to dinner the night before because we have someone from corporate coming in, so I'm excited for that. Also, April 15th through 22nd, 10% off all 3-day refresh kits. So if you're starting a challenge group, that's such an awesome way to start and help people get started, either doing it before they start their program or the 3 days finishing their program. I like to do before because it really helps people get a kickstart for kind of having, the detox and having the whole food and things like that. On the 22nd of April, the Summit 2019 selection guide releases. So I would be signed up for Summit before then so that you can select what path you're going to take, which is going to be based off of your goals in your business. And then also April 29th, the 21-Day Fix Extreme real-time workout starts. So first, they're doing the 21-Day Fix and then 21-Day Fix Extreme And then April 29th, also, Summit Selection Window 1 opens for qualified coaches only. So I'm assuming some coaches sign up first, just depending. And again, the FAQ for that, if you want to look into that more, is 2940. So yeah, and then also I have a few other announcements for us. We have a free group starting tomorrow for just anyone that's doing a 2-week free trial. If you have anyone that is getting started, just let me know or let us know, and we can get you added. It's just the group that we've continued to have going, and we're just kind of reopening that this month. We also have the Empowered Nutrition group starting tomorrow. We had prep week this week, and I wanted to let you guys know we have created that group to be a social learning group, so there are units. So as time goes on, if you have people getting started with the UPF, feel free to add them to the Empowered Nutrition group, and they can get started going through the same, and they'll be able to find the prep week, they'll be able to find all of the posts and not feel like they're behind. So I just want to let you know that we've created it as a unit, and it should really help the new people that are getting added later on be able to still go through everything that we're going through. And then also, new phase of self-love community is starting on April 8th, and the header's going to change. We're going to do new welcome posts and things like that. So just be on the lookout for that as well. And I also wanted to share how to get Beachbody On Demand, the 2-week free trial, because I think it's not everyone knows how. And so I use BB Links, and I always send it with the 3-day or the 3-month trial. So when you get started, send them the club membership, and that's what's going to help them get started with the 2-week free trial. If you just go on to the share cart and hit like free membership, it's just going to give them access to the blog and you as their coach. It's not actually going to give them access to Beachbody On Demand. So you have to make sure that it's the club membership that you're sending them, not just the free membership, because that will just get, so then once they purchase something, it would go through you, but they wouldn't get access to BOD. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions about that, I'm always here to help. And I'm going to post a video in the group so that people can kind of see. And also the New Coach Academy is in the team page. So if you are a coach that's wanting to refresh, or you feel like you didn't really go through the New Coach Academy like you wanted to, go to the units. Everything's attached in there, so that it's easier for all of you to make sure. Also, Denver. Marin, you're going to Denver. I'll be here in Seattle. I know a few other people are going to be coming here for Seattle as well. And we have Alana, which is the creator of To Be Mindset. So that should be really fun. And we're actually doing something new this year, or this time. We're going to do headshots for everyone, or people that want to have headshots. They can pay. We hired a photographer so that it can help kind of with your business if that's something that you want. Oh, that's awesome. Jess Dukes is from Seattle, so she's great. Okay, now to the fun stuff. So overcoming objections. This is something that is really near and dear to my heart. My very first summit, when I went, I sat in the very front row of one of the sessions, and it was about overcoming objections. And oh my God, you have Shanti. That's awesome. In Miami. That's going to be so fun. So when it comes to overcoming objections, I learned a lot from this seminar, and that was my very first summit. And I hope that you guys will get on the National Wake Up Call tomorrow, because this coach is going to be talking about the importance of making it to events and how her first Super Saturday really changed her life and her business. And I'm the same way. My first Super Saturday is what sparked me. And I went diamond about a month and a half after my very first Super Saturday. I was a coach for about 8 months at that point. I wasn't able to make it to the first one. And then I was able to make it to the New Year one. So when someone has an objection, there's two things. Either they don't know enough, or they don't trust you enough yet. And so the things that I would encourage you to do is to write out 10 things you want to know more of, and spend some time during your Power Pockets, especially if you're a new coach, doing some business studying. Okay, so make like a 15-minute thing to answer one question that you have, going into the FAQ, getting more familiar. This is something that I did, because let me just say, when I first started, there was no Beachbody On Demand. So the research I did for other programs was going to the FAQ. They would have, you know, who this was, it has everything, who this is for, who, you know, what workouts this is going to benefit, everything. So it tells you, you know, if someone doesn't want a super intense workout, this may not be the program for them. So I had never done Turbo Fire, but I had people that were interested in Turbo Fire because they knew who Shalene was, and the infomercials talked about it. So for me to be more comfortable with it, I had to do research. So the more you do, the more things happen and feel more natural. So the more studying and the more you're going to learn, the more natural and the more authentic you're going to feel, even if you haven't done it. You can be honest with people. Hey, I've never done this program, but I've actually done one. Now we have bots, so you can do the program at least once, or like the workout, so you can talk to them about it. You don't have to do the full thing, and you can tell them that, but you can say, like, I've done some of the workout, and it's something that you would really love because this, and this. So if you are a new coach and you feel uncomfortable or overwhelmed, it's totally normal, and that's totally a normal feeling, and it's not always going to be there. That feeling is not always going to be there. And that's why doing some studying and learning is going to help take that overwhelm and that uncomfortable feeling kind of out. I personally don't get that anymore, but I was there and I totally understand. And I want to encourage you that if you don't feel like you know enough, or you feel like maybe this person doesn't trust you enough, just continue to connect with them. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, number 2, publicly talk about objections on your Instagram story. We have Instagram stories. This is something I didn't have when my business first started. And so now we can publicly address objections. So what is a common objection that you get? Too much money, not enough time. Eating healthy is hard, not enough motivation, all those things. What tools do you have that you can provide them to add value to their life? And how can you show them how this is going to add value to their life? By giving them a few reasons and by sharing on your Instagram story. And when you have these stories, save them and you can re-share them, reuse content. Don't feel like you can't, because not everyone's going to see what you share every single day. You can't assume that the people are going to just be looking at your stuff every single day. You know what I mean? Because do you? Like, you just have to remember that. And so it's okay to be repetitive. Number 3, read, rent, or buy on Audible, Go for No. This is a super quick read, and actually something that I read after my first summit, because the seminar that I attended, it was 2 males that were talking about objections, which was awesome. Because I loved hearing their perspective, and I just feel like sometimes this business can be, more women up there, and it was really cool for my first time to hear this. But they encourage us to read Go for No, and it really helps you about hearing no's and makes you want to hear a no. And I'll tell you, I don't hear as many no's anymore. I hear more like, not right now, I'm not ready, or they tell me a month. And when I hear no's, it's because I have not gotten to know or dig deep enough into their story, which I've learned. And so over the years, I've learned how to almost not get no's, but maneuver it to where I'm able to help them a little bit more, even though it may take a little bit more time. So again, Go for No, super quick read. It's literally like this thick, and the pages are like the font super big, and the pages are smaller than a normal page book. So I would recommend doing that. So number 4, confidence. Again, do your research. Treat this like you're getting a 4-year degree. This is something that I did and continue to do. And I said to myself, I'm getting my master's in Beachbody. If I'm going to put the time and effort into this, like I would in school, this is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to treat it like that. And instead of paying money for it, I'm going to be able to invest money back into myself and my family, and still do what I love. So again, confidence, and that will show and come out in your relationships and in your conversations. Even though you may feel uncomfortable or like, awkward in front, like, you know, making a video at first. I'll say I didn't like hearing my voice at first on team calls, but I got over it. You gain that confidence. And so you're like, it doesn't matter. They're not thinking about that. It's us that's thinking about that. They're so happy that you video messaged them and took the time to video message them, especially if you have like kids running around or you're showing them what your life is really like. They love that. So don't feel like if you feel awkward or anything, you're not. Just don't even have that thought in your head, okay? They want to see you and they want to connect with you. And then number 5, being authentic means doing it in the first place. Are you working out every day? Are you drinking your superfoods? Again, if you are having objections and you're not doing the vitals and the things that you're talking about, how can you feel authentic, right? Like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, you can't. There's been times in my life where I haven't felt authentic because I may not be drinking my Shakeology every day. But then I'm like, okay, so I'm feeling this way, so I need to be drinking. And then I'm like, why am I not? Like, I need it. It's so, like, my body craves it. And so just being honest with yourself, being open to being honest, not being so hard on yourself, and knowing that these people are people. They just want to have genuine connections just like you, and they want to make connections just like you. Okay. And if you have any questions about objections, or if you get a certain objection a lot, I'd love for someone to write in the chat box what a common objection is. And I would be happy to kind of help maneuver what to say, or how you can talk to people about it. And we can also unmute at the end and kind of talk about it and have an open discussion. Okay, so topic number 2 is genuine connections, because I loved what Sari had talked about, and I think Gabby, you can go live about this too, but treating people like people. They're not a number. And when you focus on the number, it doesn't happen because you're focused on the wrong thing. You're not focused on creating new relationships every single month because you're expecting people to commit right away. We can never have or set expectations for someone when we're creating connection with them because it's on their time. Think about your journey. Were you ready right away? I was not ready right away. It took me a little bit to be ready right away. And so that when someone is telling me they need to be ready, or I want them to be ready, because I'm not going to pull someone along because that's not going to benefit them at all. And it's not going to benefit me either. So I want to make sure that they're ready. So think of it as connecting, not inviting. You want to find your lifers. And I actually, when I was writing these notes, I was like, it's kind of like finding your regulars at a bar, right? You have your regulars that are going to come back in, and they're going to come see you, and they want to see you, and they want to hang out. I got this because, Andrew was just talking about how he can help his business and stuff. And it's really about, having people that are your lifers coming back in. That's how you're going to create those genuine relationships. People are people, not numbers. The reason why we make genuine connections and relationships each month is because, again, like I said, we can't rely on someone to be ready to change their life just because we've talked to them once and we want it to be on our time and our schedule. That's just not how it works. As much as we're so passionate and we know what we have to offer and the value that our workouts and Shakeology and Energize can have for every person that we talk to, it's still up to them. It's still on their time. And if they say no, continue to create relationships with them. Put them on your follow-up list, especially if it's the first time. Start sending emojis back on Instagram. You know how there's that simple emoji? You can send an emoji back on something that you genuinely want to send an emoji back to. But if you're talking to them and you want to create a genuine relationship with them, most likely you want to be best friends with them. I like to kind of say it as like my Operation BFF, right? Like, who do you want to hang out with? Who do you want your kids to be around? Who do you want your kids to know? Things like that. So really, you're creating relationships with people that you genuinely want to hang out with and become friends with. So most likely you're going to be watching their Instagram stories, engaging in conversation with them outside of health and fitness. If they post about something that intrigues you or you have an opinion on, comment back. I actually, example today, or it was yesterday, this girl that I have had on like my Operation BFF list, she posted that she did some auction for a preschool that is out where we're planning on moving. And I had no idea that she lived out there. And so I just commented and I was like, oh, what preschool is this? Because I want Ashton to get into one. And we've been connecting for a while. But I was like, oh, she lives out there. That's so cool. So, again, I'm connecting with her on other things than just health and fitness. I've honestly never really even talked to her about Beachbody, but she watches my Instagram stories every single day. So she knows what I do. So when that time comes and when I say, hey, I know that I see you watching, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute about sending voice messages and videos. When I send her that video message, it's not going to be weird for me because I know she knows kind of what I'm doing, So that's where I come in. Also, I'm curious also if you want to type in the chat box some ways that you connect with people or you stay connected with people after they say they're not ready. Is there something that maybe I didn't say or something you feel like can help as well? I would love for someone to type, anyone. So then the next one is sending them a video or voice message. And like I said, some people might feel uncomfortable at first, but doing this helps you get comfortable with being in front of the video and in front of the camera, which is super important. And again, it can be awkward and weird at first, but you will get so used to it. Like I used to get like sick to my stomach before team calls. Now I'm just so excited because I want to hang out with you guys. But we all start somewhere. And so don't feel like because you're feeling some type of way that you're different or anything like that. So sending them a voice message and video message is just so much more relatable, personable. People people, when I send them voice message or like videos, they're like, wait, what? Like you sent me a video message, and they love it. And a lot of times they'll send you a video message back, which gets really fun when you're going kind of back and forth. If it's a new person who just started following you, I heard this on a mastermind call that I was on, but kind of treating it like, say you were to go into Victoria's Secret and they're like, oh, hey, is there anything that I can help you find today? And you're like, oh no, I'm just looking. So kind of the same thing. You can message them and say, hey, I'm so excited that we've connected. Is there anything that I can help you with when it comes to achieving your health and fitness goals, or anything that I can, add value to? And they could say, yeah, I saw that you're in health and fitness and I'd love to know more about what you do, or no, I'm okay. Like, I just would love to stay connected, or something like that. And so I thought that was a really, really good idea and a really good way to connect with new people that start following you. The more that, and I will say it gets different over the years of your coaching. So it's going to look different from in the beginning because people want to trust you. So don't give up before the magic happens, before they start to trust you and say, okay, this girl's not going anywhere. This is her lifestyle. This is what she wants to do forever. And I believe in her and I want to join her. Because who wants to join someone that is wishy-washy, that may not be here in a few months, especially if they're looking for you for support and accountability. So be here for the people when they're ready from when you reach out to them. Because I have people that are ready 4 years later. What if I wasn't still here? Then what? So don't ever give up just because someone says no, or someone doesn't believe in your passion, or they just don't understand, because it's you. You don't need their approval. You don't need to have their permission to be passionate about this. And again, I also think changing your lifestyle and living a lifestyle can be harder for people. Everyone's going to do it and everyone's going to need it at some point. But in the beginning, sometimes it can be harder for people to acknowledge that they need a change, and it can be a pride thing. So I just encourage you guys to, if you guys continue to get certain objections as well, maybe reevaluate and say, okay, why am I getting a certain objection? do I have this feeling on it? Like, do you think Shakeology is too expensive? Because if you think Shakeology is too expensive, the people that you're talking to are going to think Shakeology is too expensive. But if you know the value of Shakeology is what it needs to be, and you don't have that energy around that, you're not going to have that objection. And I've learned that from doing it myself, and being like, no, this is totally worth what it is. It should actually be more. It should be way more than what it is, but it's not, because they want it to be affordable for people, and people will see the value in it. And I break it down for them. I let them know that it's about $4 a day and things like that. And so really breaking it down and helping people see the value also really helps when it comes to overcoming objections. That is what I had tonight for you. I hope that was helpful. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to unmute or type in the chat box. Again, I'd be happy to talk about, any objection that you're getting, or any of the announcements or anything really that you want to talk about. I have probably another few minutes. But if not, I will let everyone go, because I know we all have lives. And before anyone else hops off, I want to make sure we get a picture really quick. But I hope
Hey, Emma, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So I watched your last call recorded, and you shared the Diamond PDF file. Where do I find that?
Good question. I don't think I shared it in the 2019 Community Creators page, so I'll do that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thanks for letting me.
Congratulations as well. She's super sweet.
Thank you. She's actually sleeping, which I'm really happy about. Before. Any other questions or anything? You're welcome, Amanda. I'm glad you're being safe while driving. Same with you, Jesse. Cool. All right. Well, if you guys think of any questions or think of anything, you know where to find me. And I will upload the recording. But hold on, everyone, undo your video if you can. I'm going to take a quick pic. Okay, hold on just a sec. Okay, ready? Smile. Let's get her up in here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, doing this with one hand. Okay, hold on. Yay! Awesome. Cool, cool. Thanks for being on tonight, ladies. And we will see you all next week, and I'll have the recording up soon. Good night.